Tiffany products.
Tiffany, can you tell me about some of the alternatives to fluoridation?
Certainly. So the Weston Price Foundation has a couple of supplements that they recommend as methods to strengthen your teeth from the inside out rather than fluoride, which is a topical that you would be putting on, or they're promoting that fluoride internally will actually help strengthen your teeth when in fact it does not do that. So the fermented cod liver oil is one of the products that the Weston Price Foundation recommends, and a butter oil. And butter oil is really concentrated butter that they are getting from the milk of cows that have been grazing only on fast-growing green grass, because that's very high in vitamin K, which is then being converted to vitamin K2 in their milk, and then giving a high source of vitamin K2 in the butter oil. And that actually activates the vitamins in the cod liver oil, which helps your mineral absorption. So it helps your calcium absorption, it helps your vitamin absorption, and that's really what's going to help your teeth to do a natural remineralization.
So this is regrowing the enamel and the strength of the tooth internally?
Yes, there are actually a lot of people who have found that after having really high doses of this fermented cod liver oil and butter oil combination, they're able to eliminate dental caries that they've had on x-ray from dentists that they've gone to see. So,
really?
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, you have a personal story about this with your son?
I do.
So tell us about what prompted this.
My son started losing his enamel almost immediately after his teeth started erupting, and it was a really heartbreaking thing to watch, and certainly I was going to dentists and getting as much advice as I could, including putting topical fluoride on, and nothing seemed to stop this process.
Right.
Until I went to a doctor in Vancouver who had heard about the Weston Price information and in fact promoted it in his practice, and he and I spoke at length about it, and he recommended that I put my son on this combination of supplements, and
which is the fermented cod liver oil and butter oil.
Yes. In order to get a very high amount of natural vitamin D and vitamin A and vitamin K2.
Yeah.
And the fish oils that you can typically get from the grocery store are going to have the vitamins taken out and then put back in.
Right.
In order to purify. So this doesn't have any of those purification processes. Straight cod liver oil from deep sea cod.
So tell us what happened.
Well, my son ended up having to have the 3 teeth extracted because they were too far gone and were a risk for him for infection. And since then, we've had him on a very high dose of these supplements, the cod liver oil and the butter oil.
Yes. And
he hasn't had any further loss of enamel on his other teeth. So we've halted the process, and it's kind of hard to say with a toddler whether there's been regeneration or remineralization, because being able to look for long periods of time and get really clear images of the teeth is challenging, but certainly it's helpful to know that he's not having further demineralization happen.
That's fantastic. Hey, thank you, Stephanie, for sharing this with us.
Thank you.